Hi, and welcome to Russian Rides. I'm your host, Tim Kirby, and today we're going to take a look at the first, best, possibly last hope for the Russian auto industry, the Lada Vesta. But before we get behind the wheel, I got to show you something. We had a bit of a surprise today. We wanted to show you the Lada Vesta right next to the beautiful Moscow River. And when we came down here, we realized that we're on about a few inches of ice, and we're slipping and we're sliding, and guess what? The Lada was able to handle it perfectly. Go Lada, yes! The Lada Vesta is positioned as a family car, and at from $9,000 to $12,000, that's good on a family budget. Believe me, I should know I'm flat broke, darn kids. But there's a problem. It's not for a family of people who are tall, that's for sure. But little kids can fit back here just fine. But when you're a big guy, not so much. Well, let's talk about the exterior. You know, the styling of the Lada Vesta is pretty good for a family economy car, you have to admit. But as you can see, it's gray. Russians only like to buy cars that are neutral colored, black, white, and gray. You know, for an extra $100 or $200, you could get candy lime green. Get that candy shiny green. Spend the money. So I like the exterior, except for one thing. The wheels. They're so teeny tiny. If the wheels were just a bit bigger, the car would look twice as expensive. Why? So, one of the major pluses of the Lada Vesta is the massive trunk space. It's a shame they didn't give a little bit more back seat space, but look at the trunk, it's huge. I cannot even reach to the end of it. That's nice. However, I'd like to warn you though, it does have these kind of arm things that are on certain cars where they come down and they can really crush something on accident. So be careful. I have crushed many a thing in my own car with those arm things. Well, let's roll, or as they say in Russian, поехали. Before I tell you about the pros and cons of the Lada Vesta, let me tell you a bit about it. Lada took a big risk making this car, and it looks like it's paying off. They brought in British car designer Steve Matton, who's a very nice gent in person by the way, to come up with a unique look, and hence the X design that you see on the car. Basically, this was the last shot for AvtoVAZ to make a car good enough for export, good enough to be with other economy sedans. And I guess they succeeded, because this Lada Vesta is the #4 best-selling car in Russia, and it is getting exported by the tens of thousands. You know, Russians always tell me, Tim, Russian cars have terrible brakes. But guys, I disagree. This Lada Vesta has fantastic brakes. That was one thing I was actually kind of concerned about. Now, the opposite is the problem. It doesn't have a very good 0 to 60. You know what? I would compare it to my grandmother's old 85 Buick that she used to have. Low, stable to the ground, actually fairly heavy, but when you hit the gas pedal, not a whole lot happens. So friends, there we have it, the Lada Vesta, a family car and the near future of the Russian auto industry. Now, is this a good family car for the money? I would say so. Now for me personally, I got some complaints. That roof in the back seat, too low. The motor's not that zippy. It's a little on the short side, but anyways, and those little tires. But anyways, soon they're coming out the Lada SW Cross, which is basically going to answer all of my complaints about the Vesta. So we're going to review that as soon as it comes out. So you'll just have to stay tuned to see if I will actually buy a Russian car one day. Anyways, that's all from Russian Rides. I'm Tim Kirby. Get yourself a Lada.